Boom, there you go. There's another alternative to blue here that's really good. This one freezes everything on the screen. So in a way, that's arguably even better than the Hypnos room. So I'll use that for a little bit here. Especially with those guys. Oh man. Yeah, let's just jump right into the next level here. Oh yeah, so but every single time we stopped by a store, I just breathed a sigh of relief because it meant that I could like look for something to put my hands on to get the weight off of my legs, because my legs are just killing me. But the whole time I knew that I needed it. I needed it. Hey Kirby, what's up? You're being recorded right now, you know. What's up, my main jiggity dude? How's my jiggy cat doing? Look at all these dancers just falling over. Meow. So yeah, it's been good though. And then that night, you know, after we were done doing all the stuff at the mall, he invited me to come over to the gym with him. That might have been a different day. I don't actually remember now. So much of this is all like a blur in my head right now. I'm trying to remember everything. But, at some point, no, that was actually the last day, though, yesterday? Wow, maybe the day before. No, that was the day before. Because that was the day he took me to that, like, that area of town that nobody ever goes to. It's like really old and colonial looking. It was like really cool though. So we went there, and that's where I got my hair cut. I forgot to tip the barber chick though. I should have tipped her. I mean, all things considered, I think she made me look pretty good considering how little hair I had left to really work with, you know. So yeah. Alright, welcome back to the continuation of the Might As Well Be a Vlog post-commentated section of the PBZ Rainbow Challenge. So I'm just picking out my rainbow now. My red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. What are we going to pick for the off color this time? It'd be smart to go with the potato mines. But I can see why he might go with the gravedigger too. I don't know. I guess technically the Hypnos room could also count as pink. The Hypnos room is one of the few where I feel like it could count as 3 different colors really: blue, white, or pink. But since white and pink technically both fall under the set of odd colors, still that's really only 2 colors, right? It's just blue and off colors, so yeah. Whether you want to categorize it as pink or white, it doesn't really matter too much. So there's our setup, and here we go, you know. Yeah, so I don't know where I was in that whole story, but I think one of the big highlights for me, though, is when he took me out to the gym. I just didn't realize how much I missed the gym. Which is not to say that instantly I'm going to go back and sign up when I get back to Ohio, because I don't know yet. The thing is, there's a really nice gym in Ohio. It's the YMCA. It's like about half a mile from my house. I've driven by it several times. I don't know what their hours are like, but I need to go find out if they have a sauna or a spa. Because that, to me, was just the absolute highlight of the entire trip so far for me. I was sitting in that hot-ass sauna. 150 degrees of just pure steam. And, I've told people before, you know, and I continue to maintain this, that like, most of my life, I've had no tolerance for extremely hot temperatures. But as I've gotten older, especially this last, like, 2 or 3 years, my tolerance for cold has just gone way, way down. To the point that I honestly can't even fathom the thought of ever moving back to Wisconsin and dealing with one of those winters ever again. In fact, it's like, I'm in Georgia right now, and it's 56 degrees outside. And that shit feels cold to me. But I've been telling people for such a long time now that I prefer working out outside. Because it's just, the scenery's better. You're not just clonking along endlessly on the treadmill, you know? And the problem is that I've had certain songs that have been ruined for me because of the treadmill. Because you can't help but picture yourself on the treadmill when you hear them. And one of those songs is One Winged Angel. Yeah, so even Kirby agrees with me. You can't stand it either now. That's why every time you hear me like sing along to that song, I'm always just saying the words trudge, trudge, trudge. Like One Winged Angel comes on, I was like dun 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 trudge, 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 trudge. And I'm sitting there saying trudge. Because that's what it feels like to me. Just trudging, you know. Trudging on that treadmill. Just trudging. Trudge, trudge, trudge. Step, step, step. Trudge, trudge, trudge. And that's depressing. But what are you gonna do, you know? It's like, that's the way you see it now. That's the way you hear that song now. Well, maybe just don't use that song to work out anymore, then, I guess. I don't know, man. There's plenty of other songs you can use to get, you know, motivated. Doesn't have to be like that exact speed or whatever. Doesn't have to be the same speed that you're walking or taking steps or whatever. I'll say it definitely helps, but, you know, it's not like an absolute necessity. And yet still, like, it's one of those songs that's kind of unavoidable. Whereas no matter where you go, you're gonna hear it, you know? And when you do, you're gonna start thinking of those words, you're gonna start singing them. You're gonna start singing trudge, 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 trudge. And you're gonna see that buff Calvin Klein, self-improvement is masturbation, self-wrath. Self-improvement to Roth. That's what they ought to call him. We've seen those gyms packed to the gills with guys who think that they should look how Calvin Klein said they should look. And endlessly the Fight Club quotes just ring through my mind, you know? But I can't say that looking like Bob is exactly an aspiration either. Speaking of looking like Bob, that's probably the next thing I should do. Insofar as doctor visits go, let's go ahead and get that colonoscopy. Go and get my colon cleansed thoroughly. You want your colon cleansed? Fine, I'm gonna clean mine. There, my colon's squeaky clean. Who's that to call my name? Yeah, sure, I called you if your name is... Come right over here, Cletus. I'll toss this right between the crack of your ass. You know you going all night? I hope your ass turned into a frog. Trudge, trudge, trudge. Who is that other person he name drops in that quote? Tommy Hilfiger, yeah. All these guys packed into gyms trying to look like how Tommy Hilfiger said they should look. I don't know. I mean, is there really anything wrong with that? I don't know. I mean, if that's what's healthy, you know, then I don't know. This repeater strategy is working out pretty well. I mean, if you can save on the sun, you know, and you're doing alright. Go and freeze while you're at it, you know. Time to do some preliminary damage. Yeah, still a little bit messed up in the throat area, but it definitely feels better since I've been here. I needed to get out of that apartment too, that wasn't helping. Me just staying in there for God knows how many hours on end. What are we doing about this third row here? There's not much we really can do about it, to be honest. Just let the lawnmower take him. But you told me to freeze. Yeah, look at him go, man. Taking him out. Take him down. Tore him up. Yeah, man. It's nice being able to laugh again. Just for a while there, I couldn't laugh. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but like in streams and stuff. Or even in my LP videos, I wasn't laughing. Because it was difficult. It was like... I guess it felt like short of breath too much to laugh. I don't like using terms like that, shortness of breath, but that's kind of how it almost felt a little bit, you know, like maybe someone was right in there, maybe I had some fluid in my lungs. Because last year, oh well. I already talked about this in a video somewhere. I told that story about how I sat in my car. And when I would breathe out, I could hear like bubbling coming from the lower left corner of my left midsection or whatever. That's just really weird, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, sitting in that sauna though, and just feeling all the poison leave my body. And eventually Emil stepped out. I guess he had had enough, but arguably he had probably been working a bit more of a sweat up than I was. But I just wanted to stay in there like even longer. Eventually I got out too, but man, I could have gone. I could have gone way longer. I think it's probably better that I didn't. Overexert yourself or test yourself too much. Because when it comes to psychology, I feel like I'm stronger mentally than my body is physically. To the point that I can actually hurt myself by overexerting beyond what my body's capable of. And I don't want to do that to myself. I always just assumed that, like, mentally my body would be able to stop me, you know. Or what if it can't? I don't know. Oh, dang. That's not a dumb place to put that, but oh well. This is the conveyor belt level, so it kind of doesn't really matter too much. Anyway. Well, hope everyone's having a good day today. Today's October 30th, so happy birthday, Diana, Ace Fangirl. Happy birthday to you. By the time this video goes up, it's probably going to be like middle of November. Not sure just yet, but yeah, happy birthday though. Sorry I didn't really get you anything. I'm still able to drop in a stream at some point. Maybe just drop a donation in the tip jar or something, I don't know. But yeah, it was fun. I don't really have any plans for whether I'm going to stream while I'm here. I guess that's going to be irrelevant by the time you see this video, though, whether or not you like what I'm doing with my streams. But I guess I probably should at least go update my Twitch profile. Like, Lil, just come and stop it by, like, so you can see what's going on, and then plan around what schedule I have listed there. Right now, that information is not true. But, yeah, so, I don't know, we'll do it. So I was thinking about maybe streaming, well, today's technically my stream day, isn't it? October 30th. So the last few years I've been doing like a run every Halloween of the Castlevania 4 followed by Super Green Ghosts. So I could do that tonight, I suppose. I don't know just yet. Well, we'll see what happens. There you go. World 3-1, here we come, right? So lily pads lily pads, I decided, are going to be a plant that you can just use anytime you want. So in other words, they're not going to count as any color, and there's not going to be like any restrictions on when you can put them down. You can stick them down anytime between any two colors, and just have them not count as like they won't interrupt the process. If you're red and orange is your next color plant to put down, but you don't have a spot to put one on the water, then you're free to stick the lily pad in first and then go back to orange to finish. So I'm pretty basic like that. Just lily pads more like a free-for-all. Just put them in as you need them. I think the same will be true for the flower pots on the rooftop level. Which in real life is right about where this LP is right now. It's like I've already recorded all the way up to the rooftop levels. I found the fog to be more of a challenge than I was expecting. I don't remember why. I think for the most part it was just a thing, you know. I kind of just told myself, you know, just let them be a free-for-all like you normally would. That way things stay as, you know, as normal as they possibly can. That way when you actually try to attempt the challenge, you know, you can actually do it. It's not like too overtly difficult or easy. Look, Ma, no cavities. Oh, it's a station bake. Station bake. Better go off to the kitchen and bake something. It works out perfect either way. Yeah, I did microwave some breadsticks before I started recording just now, so I may have cheated a little bit today, but yeah, I just could have used the break. Today's been a nice little break, you know. I ordered some Pizza Hut, and, you know, not exactly the healthiest thing, but every now and then you gotta have a nice day to kind of reward yourself for all the hard work you've put in. Otherwise you drive yourself crazy, but yeah. This has been a crazy few days. I know I've already said that about 100 times, but man, it's just sometimes I'm out there and I wonder, you know, like there's no way I'm ever going to discipline myself to do this when I get back home. And yet it's like, I won't necessarily have to. As long as I stay somewhat active, you know. And it wasn't so bad when I was doing those laps around the living room. As long as I maintained a means by which to count. You know, that I could keep track of how many laps I'd done. So I would know when I'd walked a mile and that kind of thing. You know, just keep making kitchen phone vlogs, maybe convert some of those into real vlogs or something. I don't know. Because I have one on there that I did that was like really good about 2 weeks ago. And it was like a legit vlog up to a certain point. That point at which I started talking about, you know, YouTube and like, I was like, ooh, I could put this one on YouTube. And I was like, yeah, I could. But then, I'm not got on this thing where I was like, I didn't want to do that because, like, then I wasn't going to be myself. And it's not like the self that I project to people on here is that much different than the person I am in real life or anything. I don't know what it is, you know? It's just, I'm not the same person when I have a camera in front of me. I know that. I've always known that. Did I screw up there just now? I put down a potato mine and then I put down a blue one. I think I did. Or maybe I didn't, I don't know. Shoot, man. Nice. Good timing with the shirt on there. This here, I'm just gonna let these guys on the row 4 go through. Otherwise, I'll tell you right now. Yeah, I was gonna say, them. So, squash it is. Yeah, I learned something from the Blue Apron meals the other night. The existence of squash spaghetti. I didn't even know that existed. But apparently there are some types of squash that when you take them apart, they come apart as spaghetti. It's really, really weird. It's just, I never knew. But yeah, apparently that's a thing that exists in nature. And you can actually make spaghetti with it. And it's not bad, alright? Dude, put a little pesto on that. You know, they give you the pesto sauce to put on it, you know, and it's like, there you go, man. Just eat your ass off, man.